Hello, this is the first part out of a series of video lectures discussing the factoring techniques for polynomials. In this video, we talk about the common monomial factor. So if all terms in a polynomial share a greatest common factor, or what we call the GCF, we factor it out by getting the GCF, which is in this case A, and then we divide each term by the GCF. And so if we factor it out, we will have this form where the GCF is outside of the parenthesis and inside is the sum of all the quotients of the terms after dividing each by the GCF. Note here that A is not equal to 0, meaning that the greatest common factor is non-zero. So let's try an example. Number 1, we have 2x plus 4. So the first step to do is to identify what your GCF is. Remember that the factor of a number is a number that can divide the number and it will not give you any remainder. So what we do is we get the GCF by identifying their greatest common factor for each term. So for 2x, note that the terms or the numbers that we can divide it with are 1, 2, and x. So if you try to divide 2x and 1, you'll get 2x, 2x, and 2, you'll get x, and 2x divided by x is 2. So meaning, all these factors will not give you any remainder for 2x. Therefore, these are the factors of 2x. On the other hand, for the number 4, note that the factors are 1, 2, and 4. And that's it. And so in order to get their greatest common factor, we just looked for their similar factors and get their biggest similar factor. In this case, that is the number 2. So what does that mean? That the greatest common factor, or the GCF, is 2 for this polynomial. And so we are now ready to factor. So this is equal now to 2, which is their GCF. And then we divide each term by the GCF. So 2x divided by 2 is x. And then plus 4 divided by 2 is 2. And that is already our answer, 2 times x plus 2. And if you want to check our answer, you can do so by applying the distributive property of multiplication. So 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 2 is 4. So indeed, we are correct. Next, let's check out another example. We have 5xy minus 10x. So again, we need to get their greatest common factor. So we identify first each of the factors for each term. So note that for 5xy, the factors are 5, 1, 5, x, and y. For 10x, the factors are 1, 2, 5, 10, and x. In this example, we see that both terms have a numerical coefficient and a literal coefficient, meaning there's a number and a variable. So the GCF is both the number and the variable if there is a common factor. In this case, for these two numbers or two terms, their greatest common factor is 5 and x. So we just multiply that. So 5 times x is 5x. So meaning the GCF is 5x. What this means is that if you divide each term by the GCF, you won't get any remainder. So now what we do is we copy the GCF and we divide each term by the GCF. So we have here 5xy divided by 5x. So 5 and 5 will cancel, x and x will cancel, so we will be left with y. Minus 10x divided by 5x. So 10 divided by 5 is 2, and then x will cancel out, so this is equal to 2. So we have 5x times y minus 2. Next, we try out 6a squared b plus 9ab squared. So for the first term, note that the factors are 1, 2, 3, 6, a squared, and b. So in this case, we include a squared because a squared, since a squared can divide 6a squared b, so meaning a squared is a factor of this term. For the second one, we have 1, 3, 9, a, b, and b squared. So now we just get their greatest common factor for both the number or the numerical coefficient and the literal coefficient, which is the variable. In this case, 3 and a, b, since both of them contains a and b. So our GCF is 3ab. So now we can rewrite or factor our expression. So this is now equal to the GCF 3ab times each term divided by the GCF. So we have 6a squared b divided by 3ab. That is 2, 1. A squared divided by a is going to just be a, and b will cancel out. So our final answer here is 2a. For the second term, 9ab squared divided by 3ab. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. A will cancel out, and then b squared divided by b is just b. So our answer here is 3b. And that is our final answer. 3ab times 2a plus 3b. Next, we have 12x cubed y squared minus 18x squared y cubed plus 24x raised to 4y. So for 12x cubed y squared, note that its factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, x squared, x cubed, y, and y squared. For the second term, 18x squared y cubed, its factors are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18, x squared, y squared, y cubed. For the last term, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24, x squared, x cubed, x raised to 4, and y. So now we need to get the greatest common factor using all of these terms. So for the numbers or the numerical coefficient, looking at it, that is the number 6. For the variables, we have x squared. And for another variable, we have y. So therefore, our GCF is 6x squared y. So now we can rewrite and factor our original polynomial. So let me put this on the side. So this is equal now to 6x squared y, and we divide each term by the GCF. So 12x cubed y squared divided by 6x squared y is 2xy. 18x squared y cubed divided by 6x squared y is 3y squared. Lastly, we have 24x raised to 4y divided by 6x squared y. This is 4x squared. And this is our final answer. 6x squared y times 2xy minus 3y squared plus 4x. So before we go to our last example, I want to share with you how we can get the greatest common factor for the variables without listing them down one by one. So what we just need to do is to look for the least power of each exponent, and that would be the greatest common factor. So meaning, if we compare x cubed, x squared, and x raised to 4, their greatest common factor is the power with the least exponent, which is, in this case, x raised to 2. So that is their greatest common factor for x. On the other hand, for y, we compare y squared, y cubed, and y. Again, we just get the smallest exponent of the variable, in this case, that is y raised to 1. And so the greatest common factor for y is y. That's why we got 6 squared y for the variables. So now let's try to use that to answer our last example. We have 15a cubed b squared c minus 20a squared b c squared plus 25a b c cubed. So for the greatest common factor of the numerical coefficients, verify that their greatest common factor is 5. For the variables, so we compare a cubed, a squared, and a. Since a here is the least power of all three, that is the GCF for a. For b, we have b squared, b, and b, and so the greatest common factor is just b. For c, we have c, c squared, and c cubed. In this case, the greatest common factor is c, because that is the variable with the smallest exponent. And so we have already found our GCF, which is 5ABC. So now we can answer and factor. So we write the GCF times, we divide each term by the GCF, 15a cubed b squared c divided by 5abc, which is equal to 3a squared b. For the second term, we have 20a squared bc squared divided by 5abc, and this is equal to 4ac. For the last term, oops, this is subtraction. For the last term, we have 25abc cubed divided by 5abc. This is equal to 5c squared. And this is our final answer. We have 5abc times 3a squared b minus 4ac plus 5c squared. And this ends the lecture on the common monomial factor. In the next video, we shall talk about the difference of two squares as the next factoring technique. Thank you.